All right. Welcome in. Good morning, good afternoon. Whenever you see this message is when you're supposed to see it. But I am recording this on Monday, so hopefully this message finds you well. So I now understand why we were experiencing the emotional turmoil that we were going through last week. We have a full moon in Cancer happening right now. Today is the 13th. It started on the 11th, I do believe. So that kind of explains why, emotions were running high. We were reflecting on our emotions. There was just a lot of emotional energy coming through last week. So we're going to take a look and see what wants to come through, and maybe a continuation of that energy, considering we're still in that full moon in Cancer. But, I am just a card reader. You guys know how this works. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Hello to all of my returning subscribers. You all are wonderful. Well, let's see where we're going. Let's see what wants to come through. This is telling me 3 more times. So, all right, once. Let's do it this way. Twice. And, gosh, stop moving that. 3 times. But the full moon in Cancer is always an emotional time. It is. I know it hits me hard, so I can only imagine what it's doing to you guys. Underneath, we've got Milk and Honey. Okay. Showing up, we've got Unfinished Symphony, Deep Knowing, and a Leg Up. There is something that has gone unfinished here. This Unfinished Symphony is talking really, really loudly. So there's some unfinished business, something that has gone unfinished. It may not be unfinished business, but there's something here that, maybe you had to put down at the time, but now I feel like it's coming back. I feel like it's coming back for some of you. For others of you, there is a deep knowing of why you had to put it down. Maybe it wasn't suiting you. Maybe it wasn't the time for what it was that you were working on. And for others of you, you had to put it down because it wasn't helping your best interest. It wasn't helping you move forward in the way that you were supposed to be moving forward. And that was what was required of you. I know that I talked last week about my own personal experience about having to leave a certain situation, certain people behind, because no matter what I did, the situation wasn't going to get better. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes situations just don't get better. And that's okay. It's okay for situations not to get better, as long as when you remove yourself from those types of toxic situations, you become better. My focus here on this channel is you. It's not about the other person. It's not about, the external factors. My focus on this channel is you. And so there's something here about a deep understanding about why something has gone unfinished. And it's going to make you better. It's going to help. I see the 7 of Wands. Maybe putting up better boundaries with certain situations like that. So let's see where we're going. Let's see what wants to come through. We'll take this a step further. Let's see what we got here. King of Wands could be a Leo. We got the Page of Pentacles. We've got the 10 of Wands. We've got the 5 of Swords. We have the 2 of Wands. And there is that deep knowing with the High Priestess. Some of you feel really disconnected, which I'm not surprised. We have that Cancer full moon happening. But some of you feel really disconnected. Really, really disconnected from what it is that you want right now. It's almost like there's something blocking your path, a hurdle in your way. But I'm almost getting this feeling of, there was an inspiration at some point. There was an inspiration at some point for you to move beyond this energy, for you to put this down and to move forward, because you really started to reflect on the situation. Page of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, you really started to reflect on this situation. But I feel like that reflection kind of took you down a rabbit hole. 5 of Swords kind of took you to a place where, yes, sometimes it does need reflection of, why certain situations didn't work out the way that the way that you thought that they were going to. Okay? That's normal. But making yourself feel guilty about those situations is not really what the reflection is for. I know. Us as human beings, we feel guilty because, maybe we did have to leave somebody behind who, we were helping. Okay, but looking at it from a helping point of view, maybe you were helping and helping and helping and helping, and they were just taking and taking and taking and taking and not really pulling themselves out of certain situations. So, yes, you were helping, but at the flip side, you may have been enabling. And that's only for some of you. That's only for some of you. As a general statement to my collective, there's something here that you've been reflecting on that has really taken you to a place of regret, longing, and that's normal. That's normal for situations like that to bring about those feelings. Because, maybe you were in that toxic relationship for 5, 10, 15 years. Maybe you were at that job for quite a while. And now that you're doing something better for you, people are trying to make you feel guilty. We talked about this last week. But the whole point of this deep knowing is to understand that your intuition, your higher self, is talking to you right now. It is trying to get your attention. And some of you may have been disconnected. I know when that sabbatical for me happened, I was slightly disconnected because I did let all of those negative emotions kind of creep in. So just be mindful of those emotions as you move forward, okay? And really heal that, Four of Swords. Really heal that. That is the main focus as you show up right now. Wheel of Fortune is what's happening to you, and the next step is the Three of Swords. Yeah, healing is not pretty. It's not pretty. Self-care sometimes is not pretty. Yes, it's there to try and help make us feel better, but at the same time, if that wound has, kind of been catalyst over, kind of, knitted closed, it's starting to heal, but it's still infected, of course you have to go back through and break apart that healed skin in order to get that infection out so it can heal properly. Grounding this is the Three of Cups. Guiding this is the King of Cups. Past energy, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you've wasted enough time. I feel like you've cultivated enough in those situations. Ten of Cups is where you're going, but you've cultivated enough in that situation where I do feel as though you are more than capable of moving forward. It's just emotionally you may be stuck. We've got the Strength, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the outcome, once again, is the Eight of Pentacles. That showed up in the same spot last week. But as I was just saying, I feel as though that you do have the materials, maybe physical, money, or you may have the tools to be able to move forward through these situations, but some of you aren't seeing it like that. Some of you are not seeing it. Some of you believe that you do not have the strength that it takes to move forward through this energy. And that's okay. But it's discovering that inner strength allows you to find that internal power that you have in order to move forward through this energy. Some of you may backpedal a little bit. Because we go from the Nine of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you may backpedal. Some of you, there's more work that needs to be done for yourself. And with the way it shows up, the Ten of Cups, some of you, it could be about relationships that did not work out the way that you thought it was going to. So I do want to look at a few things here. So give me this healing. Give me this healing. The Emperor. Action. Standing in your power. Eight of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. And Death. New chapters are hard. New beginnings are even harder. I talk about, the next level of video games and how maybe you don't have all the necessary tools or the levels in order to move throughout this next chapter. But it's a matter of not giving up and collecting all of these things in this new chapter that allows you to become more successful in this new level. But some of you really need to go through this healing. That's step one. Go through this healing. Really feel those emotions. And the Cancer full moon is a wonderful time to do that. Is a wonderful time to do that because there's a reason why all of these things are being brought up to the surface. But after you feel what you feel and accept that the universe does have a plan, Wheel of Fortune, you know, things are spinning forward, moving forward, you have to start to take action. You have to start to take action. So what is this Three of Swords, Six of Cups? What is this situation? World. Endings. Two of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Some of you were going to spend the rest of your life with someone, and it didn't happen. Others of you, there was something about money here and it not being in balance. With the Six of Pentacles. It's very loud. Very loud. Notice how this person is kind of touching this person. The set of scales is over this person, but it doesn't feel balanced to me. It doesn't feel, it's like somebody was giving their attention to someone else and not enough to you. And again, that could be about romance or it could be about money. Whatever the case may be. But it was definitely out of balance. And it hurts. It hurts when those things are out of balance. Okay. For the Eight of Pentacles, we've got the Page of Swords. We've got the Fool. Yeah, absolutely. We got the Seven of Swords and we have the Eight of Swords. So don't lie to yourself about the situation. Don't come up with scenarios in your mind that make you feel trapped. That's what I feel like this is. I feel like you're trying to come up with scenarios that make you feel trapped in the past. When in reality, that's just where your mind is looking. Page of Swords to the Fool. That's where your mind is. You're looking towards the past and not towards the future. And that can really get people stuck. I would know. I'm guilty of that. I am guilty of looking at the past and know, how could I do things differently? The what ifs, as we call it. But the what ifs are not reality. It's not. The what ifs are not reality. What if I could have done this better? What if I could have changed this? Unfortunately, guys, the hard reality of this is you can think about what ifs all day. But that's not what happened. That's not how the cookie crumbled. And it's time for you to get on board with this new chapter, this new beginning. These emotions that are coming to the surface need to be purged, need to be healed in order for things to move forward. And like I said, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be messy. Healing is messy. And it's okay that it is. It's okay that this healing is messy. No human is perfect. No human is perfect. Magician. Magician, the artist, create something new. Six of Wands and the Hierophant. Create something new based off of your own standards. Not the standards of somebody else, not the standards of an old relationship, not the standards of a boss. And to give you kind of an example of that, just to give you a small example before I go, okay? Relationships, okay? You know, most of us, if not all of us, have had a breakup in the past where you're like, you know, that was a good relationship. I want my next relationship to be like that. Okay, fair. But what you're doing to the universe is saying essentially to it, I will accept that and nothing else. It kind of constricts the universe. I accepted a relationship for the longest time. Not a recent relationship by any means, but there was a relationship at one point in time where I'm like, I want my next relationship to be like this. And if I would have kept that mindset, I would not be in the connection that I'm in. I wouldn't be. And I got into the mindset of telling myself and the universe, I want it to be like this or something greater. Or something greater gives the universe just a little bit of wiggle room. And I do have to thank Soulful Revolution, Mary Jo, for that lovely little phrase, because when I was in a hard place, I, sometimes watch her channel, wonderful lady. In fact, these are her cards. Love them. But I watch her when I need guidance, when I can't hear my own intuition. And it was that phrase that opened up a whole new world for my manifestations. So I do want to give credit where credit is due on that. Thank you. But you cannot constrict the universe. More so, you cannot constrict yourself. If you want a relationship like a past relationship, be like, hey, universe, I want something like this or something better, something greater. Because that way you give it more wiggle room to work with. When it comes to a job, same thing. I like working with people. I want something like this or something better. Don't limit yourself. And that's what I feel like some of you are doing right now, is limiting yourself to past experiences and not letting yourself experience new experiences based on these past experiences, these past traumas. So don't limit yourself. Don't do it, because it's not fair to you, and it's not fair to your higher self, and it's not fair to the universe. Okay? Okay. Zodiac signs that I see, we do have Virgo, Leo, Sag, Aries, Scorpio, more Leo, fixed signs, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. I do see Libra, and I do have Gemini. And I'll walk away with Pisces there too. So this is what I have for you guys for your Monday. I really, really hope this helped. As always, your company is well appreciated. And I will see you all again later. Bye, guys.